How's it going, guys? Welcome to Trades and Grades YouTube channel. I'm No Right, and we are doing another live rookie mock draft like we have been doing for the last couple of weeks, and we're going to continue to do them all off season long. Love doing these rookie mock drafts, and this one is post Senior Bowl. So this past week down in Alabama, they've been having the Reese's Senior Bowl, inviting a bunch of different seniors to come down there, show off their skills. It's like kind of like the combine, but for those prospects that maybe aren't going to be able to get those invites to the combine. So we now get to see all these prospects that perhaps we didn't get to see before. All these, guys like Bijan Robinson, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnson. Like, we don't get to see those guys down at the Senior Bowl. We get to see some of these guys that you're going to see in the next couple rounds or so. We're doing 4 rounds tonight, 30-second clock. We'll be going quick. But some of these guys that names are going to pop up, like Tyjae Spears. Hope I didn't botch that name. Got a couple months to figure out how to pronunciate some stuff. So, and some other guys maybe falling down draft boards, like Chase Brown, my guy from Illinois. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing fired up. Get these guys. I know they're pumped. They're in the chat. They're saying they want to get going. And I want to get going too. So let me get this set up here, and we're going to get started with our rookie mock draft. Now, this is super flex. Premise is super flex. Tight end premium, 12 teams. So let's see. Let's see what we got going here. Go ahead and get this pulled up, and then we'll be good to go. See if I can find where I even. Oh, I see. There we go. All right, we're chilling. All right, fired up. Here we go. Yep, we're starting. All right, number 1 pick. Let's see if they mix it up, if we go the same thing as we have been doing. 30-second clock, so it's kind of quick. We'll be going. Yep, Bijan Robinson there first. Surprise, right? Probably going to be unanimous for the rest of the offseason, but you never know. We'll see. Things could change. Things could switch up. Thank you guys for hopping on the stream. Whoever is watching, appreciate it. If you have any questions, dynasty questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll answer any questions you guys have. If you have any at all, anything about prospects, anything about trades, be more than willing to answer. And there we go. Nemi with the first interesting pick of the draft, going with Richardson there out of Florida, the 104. I can always count on Nemi to do something that spices the draft up a little bit. Now, like we said, this is super flex. So anything Richardson out of Florida is about as high of a ceiling, floor, variation as you can get, I think, in this draft. Right? I mean, you're talking about a guy who at times has shown his athleticism, is unmatched. I think in this draft class, you could have a very high rushing floor. He's a fantastic athlete, just strong, sturdy guy. But at times he also seemed like he had perhaps some inaccuracies, questionable decision making. So, I forgot we're on the clock here. Of course. Oh, I was just going to pick anyway. Got to talking. Nemi made a pick. I think that's probably, he did that on purpose. But that's what you get with these 30-second clocks. I got to turn myself off auto now. I was going to go Jackson Smith-Njigba there anyway. So that worked out for us. But there we go. Just talking too much. But Jackson Smith-Njigba, that's who we're going with. But going back to Anthony Richardson, it's one of those guys where it's like the upside is there 100%. He gets in the right system. He gets into the right, coaching. I think he's going to need a lot of developing. But I'm not going to be doing any videos over quarterbacks, like I said in previous videos, just because, if these scouts can't get it right, who am I going to say I'm going to be able to get it right? So we're just going to be rolling with what draft capital says, generally speaking. And then maybe, we take a look at some prospects that we'll look at, their statistics from college. We'll look at their profile and then we'll try and figure out. At some point, you have to kind of nitpick, right? I mean, we'll watch some tape, but at the end of the day, we're not professional scouts when it comes to quarterbacks. Wide receivers and running backs, you can at least, I feel like you can maybe learn a little bit better. Oh, hang on. I just realized we did a snake draft too. What a choke. Late at night. It's been a long day. Gosh dang it. All right, whatever. Such a gross. That's so gross. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a snake draft or rookie draft, but whatever. We have a long off season ahead of us. So, Nimi, put in the chat Will Levis versus Anthony Richardson. I think that Will Levis is going to be a guy who is more pro ready than Anthony Richardson. Richardson provides more upside. I think they're both pretty solid athletes. Levis had a pretty good rushing ability sophomore year. He had like 9 touchdowns, I believe, and so that was solid. But as far as I think that Levis has less risk, but I don't know. Neither of them are perfect by any means. Right now, I think you're probably leaning Levis, but draft capital is going to play a huge decision right there in what they do. That's for sure. Huge decision. So in this super, super gross, oh my gosh, I'm up again, aren't I? Holy cow, I got to stop talking. Okay. We're going to go with the guy here that I've seen mocked in the first round a couple times. And that's Zay Flowers out of Boston College. Now, I'm going to be doing a video here soon. I posted it in our community. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, guys. Subscribe to our channel. If you haven't, we've been doing these mocks a lot. I've been putting out some videos, whether that be rookie profiles or rankings or whatever. But I'm going to be putting out a lot more rookie profiles the closer we get to the draft. And Zay Flowers is a guy I posted on our community page. And a lot of people were voting for him. It was between him and Josh Downs. So I'll be doing a video of Zay Flowers here soon. But if we look through the first round here, we'll kind of go through and see what we're looking at in terms of value wise. I mean, you see pretty typical 4 quarterbacks go in the first round. I've seen that quite a few times. If you've watched any of the videos, it seems like that's how it's going to be going. But in terms of like Michael Mayer, that's pretty early at the 1-9. Seems like that guy's on auto pick. ZPP3, if you don't know who that is, my brother. So I'm going to give him some crap for that after this video. But no, I mean, that's probably a little early. Just depends on draft capital for Mayer or Mayer, and also depends on landing spot, right? I mean, if he goes to the Chargers and tight end premium, that's, I feel like, a pretty good value at the end of the first. Jordan Addison, if you're at the 110, you're getting Jordan Addison. You're pretty happy, in my opinion. You'll be very happy. Sean Tucker, Zach Charbonnet. Yep, that seems about right. Zach Evans all the way at the turn. Okay, we'll be prepared when we come around this time for me. Let's see. Has my guy been taken yet? No, he has not been. Perfect. Yep, we're going to go with a guy here this is a pure Senior Bowl pick. Someone who's making a lot of noise, just posted a TikTok / whatever, YouTube Shorts video about some of his highlights, but Tyjae Spears out of Tulane, extremely quick in and out of cuts. His lateral agility is fantastic. It's just insanely quick. I think he's going to be a very interesting value in rookie drafts. This is a fantastic pick if you can get him at the 306 in Superflex drafts, in my opinion. Going after Muhammad Ibrahim, I would take Spears all day. Ibrahim's a little bit older, I believe. They might be the same age, but I would rather go with Spears. I know Ibrahim had the injury, stayed in college for a little longer. Spears, coming out of Tulane, nothing like fantastic in terms of breakout age and production, stuff like that. He had a pretty solid year in production this year, but he's not a blue chip guy coming out 4 or 5 star. He's got to earn it. Aaron saying I have a sleeper pick for my 4th rounder. All right, Aaron. I want to see it. We look at the second round there, and there's just stuff all over the board. Keishawn Butte, the 2-6. That's a fantastic pick there by Deli FF. Fantastic pick. Love to see the Keishawn Butte there in the second round. That's just awesome. Devin A Chain by Caleb. Great pick there, the 2-9. I think he'll be shooting up draft boards as well. And here we are up again. And this is at a point in time where I probably want to be looking. You know what? This is just too far. Normally, I'd like to go tight end here, but all the tight ends that I'm a sucker for are off the board. So we'll go ahead and go with a guy that hasn't proven a lot this year, but I didn't like the quarterback play at Penn State. Parker Washington. They haven't had great quarterback play over the last couple years. So I think that he provides some upside. You know, he had a pretty solid year last year, and he had Jahan Dotson on his team. So we had a guy in Jahan Dotson who's first-round pick, and Washington was able to produce a decent amount, had a little over 800 yards that year. This year he had a step down, but I don't know. I didn't like the offense overall for pass catchers for Penn State. You know, they have Nicholas Singleton there, so why not use him quite a bit? But we'll see. We'll see what he can do. Some testing numbers. I don't know. He's a pretty under the radar guy, but to give him in the 4th round is great value there. Jaden Reed. Oh, okay. Tadair 13 took your sleeper pick. Eric Gray. Yep. He's going to be another guy. There's just so many running backs this year. I mean, so many running backs that it's tough, right? It is tough to differentiate, put them in different tiers. To rank them is just going to be very difficult until we see combine numbers and draft capital. Let me tell you, very, very difficult. So let's take a look at the 3rd round here. I want to make a note actually at the end of the second. Dalton Kincaid moving up into the 2nd round. That's big time. I think that's probably where he's going to end up. He'll probably end up actually middle of the 2nd. But I really like Dalton Kincaid there at the end of the 2nd. Darnell Washington, kind of high for me there. But depending on where he lands, I could see that. Moving into the 3rd, Rashawn Johnson, the 3-2, great pick there. I really like what I've seen in Rashawn Johnson. The first day of the Senior Bowl was good. He just hid behind, Bijan Robinson in Texas, so we didn't get to see a whole lot out of him. But I like Rashawn Johnson a lot. And then you get a guy at the very end of the 3rd there in Deuce Vaughn, and wow, is that just a very tough position for Deuce Vaughn to be in, where he's listed at 5'6", 170, I think ish, 175, something like that. And it's just a tough hill to climb, and when you're that small, just very difficult. But the 311, I mean, that's great value for a guy who's just been he's produced at the college level very quick. So I mean that's good value there. Stetson Bennett pick was interesting for sure. I don't even know if he's going to be drafted at all. I'd be surprised if he was drafted at this point. Luke Musgrave, great pick there. I like the tight ends in this class quite a bit. Okay, let's see here. In the chat, we got FFT AJ. Help me get some guys in this draft tonight. So really appreciate it. Got sniped twice, one of Flowers and Washington. Sorry I had to do you on Washington. And I guess Zay Flowers as well. Had we not been doing the snake, which is on me, super gross to do the snake there, but didn't realize it was going to set that up automatically. Don't know why I did that. I always do linear drafts, rookie drafts. If you guys are watching this and you're trying to figure out, do I do a linear draft, which means like the number 1 guy has the number 1 pick in the 1st round, and the 2nd round, and the 3rd round, or if you do a snake draft in your rookie drafts, you always do linear. Startups, you do a snake. But I don't know. This is just like, I don't know why it's set up like that. At any rate, sniped him twice. My apologies, but Aaron in the chat, Deuces Lurie, Darren Sproles, same college, same size. It's true. He is from Kansas State. Both went to Kansas State. He's the same size. I wish it was that easy. I wish I could say, yeah, this is going to be Darren Sproles and roll with it. I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like it's hard to say that's going to be the case. But, we'll see, I guess, what he comes in at the combine because maybe he puts on a couple pounds. Here's a problem, though. They say he's 5'6", right? They say he's 5'6", but they're giving him a couple inches, right? I mean, normally a guy's like, let's say he's like 6 foot on the charts, right? Well, he comes in, he's like 5'10" and a half, right? If he's already 5'6", what are they going to put him at? Like, if they put him down was he 5'4"? Then it's just like, now you're already in way bigger trouble. Now at 5'4", oh my gosh. So now we're just like, he might be legit 5'6", but you know what I'm saying. That's just how it goes. Looking into the 4th round here, like I said, Luke Musgrave, nice pick there. Kenny McIntosh, I like this pick a lot. Another guy from the Senior Bowl who really showed his stuff. He had great pass pro. He was great in his route running. He's a very versatile guy to have on your team. Fantastic pass catching back. Really, he's just kind of like he's like a running back. He's basically a wide receiver that plays running back, in my opinion, Kenny McIntosh. So he got an interesting role there at Georgia. I don't know what it's going to look like in the NFL. If he gets in the right offense, I actually think he could be worth a late second to early third. It's kind of like a Cordell Patterson, in my opinion, kind of. That's who he reminds me of in terms of who he should be used as, what kind of role he should look like. And then we continue into the 4th round there. Another guy that people have been talking about this week right here, Nathaniel Dell out of Houston. Pretty small guy, 5'10", 165 is what they have him listed as. But he's had some nasty route running abilities shown at the Senior Bowl this week. Might post a video of that on the on the shorts or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Nathaniel Dell has had a pretty good week. So keep an eye on him. Xavier Hutchinson, a guy who just produced constantly at Iowa State, but doesn't get the recognition that he deserves, in my opinion. So yep, there's our rookie draft. Aaron in the comments saying deuce to the Broncos and the Sean Payton offense. Man, talk about a little lightning to your thunder there with Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams comes back healthy, and then you get Deuce Vaughn. Russell Wilson isn't a bum, maybe. And you already got Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton now. And, I mean, we can't forget Greg Dulcich as well. But that would be an interesting move. Okay, guys, thank you for joining this rookie draft. Again, if you ever want to join one, follow me on Twitter. I'll put it down in the comments or in the description. It's at Noah R. Wright on Twitter. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. We'll post it in the community tab if we ever have them. If you haven't joined a Dynasty League, or if you want to join another Dynasty League, let me know in the comments, because I am going to maybe start a league if we get enough people. So if you want to join a league, go ahead and let me know, and we'll see if we can put one together. But other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate everyone coming on, and we'll see you on the next one.